Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome to the Probably Bullshit podcast. Happy Tuesday, you sons of bitches. Today's guest was my friend Josiah, a long time friend of mine. Probably one of the longest lasting friends of majority of my friend groups. Known this guy since sixth grade over at Franklin Middle School. Shout out to the Franklin Vipers. Franklin Vipers till we die. But in today's episode, we really got into just a lot of perspective and ideas of what really makes up humanity and everything that kind of comes with it, I guess. Thoughts of people, thoughts of yourself, self reflection, and just a lot of bullshit, to be honest. Really interesting bullshit to me, but we'll see how you guys take it. Thank you guys again for always listening, always tuning into these podcasts. I appreciate all the love, all the support, whether it be online, in person, or however it is that you support. Thank you all. Let's get to the show.
That's cool. How many kids do they have now?
Who? My parents?
Yeah, foster.
Um, 4? 1, 2, 5. 5. Yeah, they got 5. Two little immigrant girls, two like just other teenage girls, and then this kid. He's like 17. My mom said he doesn't have like a job or nothing. He just chills. Or no, he does have a job. He doesn't go to school or anything. He just chills at the house.
Oh.
It's crazy. Like the company. So the company they work for, like they pay and they employ you, and then they just pay some company to go to like let you on the premises and like work or whatever. So like they don't get taxed or nothing. They just work for that company. And it's funny too because even the companies or whatever they work for, they don't give a fuck. They're like, all right, bro, they're paying us to let you be here, so just clean all day, wipe down fucking tables. We don't care. It's easy.
What?
And they don't get taxed. Foster kids don't get taxed whenever they have a...
So like foster kids have like their own union?
Yeah, technically. They have a union. Which is crazy to say now that you say that out loud. Yeah, they do have a union, though. They have
somebody
to, like,
who represents all the jobs they do.
for them getting, like, fired and everything, too. Like, they have someone who represents them, everything.
Because if you get fired, you could just be like, hey, I got fired for this. Go fight. I shouldn't have been fired.
Yeah.
That shit's okay, OP.
Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of the system, and it depends on, like, whoever, like, your representative is. I don't know what they call them. Like, I think they're called like a GA, like your caseworker, kind of like your caseworker. However much they want to give a fuck about it, but for the most part, foster care doesn't, like, it's cake for what it seems like. Obviously, the emotional shit of it, like it's.
So you would go through foster care?
No, fuck no, I wouldn't go through foster care. I'm just saying, like, emotionally wise, yeah, it's like it's gonna be a lot lackluster compared to having your own family with you. But when it comes to like schooling, like behavioral stuff, you do what the fuck you want. It's different, probably case by case.
Well, you look at it and they're learning fucking life like with no training wheels. They have to.
It is fucked up.
You kind of have to get like thrown into like, you know what I mean? They have to fucking experience everything all at once, real quick.
Yeah, because they could report it too, and they being like a foster parent could report something like, "Hey, this kid is smoking weed, ditching school, or whatever," and they'll report it to like a caseworker. And a caseworker can be like, okay, well, is he like threatening to hurt himself or anybody else? And they're like, no. And he's like, just let him be. It's like,
it's kind of like just like, well, it sucks that it's like on their end they don't want to do their job, but on his end he has to figure out what the fuck he's gonna do in life.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make that mistake, make it now.
Yeah, exactly. But even some caseworkers, some like companies for foster care, they will do like anything for you. I've seen foster kids go through the system too that like they graduate high school and the foster system, like the state is like, all right, like, hey, congrats, you graduated. If you can, and it's case by case, right? But if you can prove that you go to work or whatever, we'll get you an apartment. You just got to pay like $10 a month just to prove that you can pay a bill or whatever. You pay $10 a month, they get you an apartment. If you want to go to school, we'll pay for your schooling. Just stay employed. And then like, I don't know, let's say this kid had like past like drug problems or something. They'll put you in like probation type of thing. And like every once in a while they'll do like piss tests or I don't know, they'll randomly pop up on you, like kind of like a probation officer would,
Yeah.
and like piss test you or breathalyze you, and they say like, oh, as long as you like are passing these things, then we'll hold up our end of the bargain, and then like the kids don't, and they're just like, it's all right, bro, like who cares, you're good. But a lot of kids too, like they're just like, fuck you, I don't want to have to not smoke weed, and they're like, okay, well then we're not gonna pay for your apartment, and the kids are like, okay, fuck that, I'm gonna go live with my friend on his couch or something. They make their own decision on that. They do
I
that for
don't know,
weed.
like, how that just shows you, like, if that shit even works.
What, like babying,
The
like the
system, yeah,
coddling?
the system, like, because it's like they get to a point where that's all they know. So once you tell, like, because if you think about it, they're trying to be like their dad.
Yeah,
The system wants to be, because you look at like public housing and food stamps and shit, they don't want a male household and a male figure in the household.
yeah.
So
That's
like
weird, huh?
as they grow up, they want to be their dad, but they want to be cool though at the same time. It's like, so once they get slapped in the face with like, all right, well you can't do that, and they choose the wrong decision to be like, well fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. I've realized that too with foster kids. Like they just hate direction. Like being
Yeah, because
not
it's like
all
a
of them.
cool dad. It's like trying to be your homie dad. Like you got to be like strict. Like
Yeah, yeah. But it's not all of them. There's a lot of kids, and I've realized too. It's the fucking like, it's kids that like are immigrants or something. They chill. They don't do anything. Like all they do.
well, they got taken from fucking like. Imagine like the craziest thing in your life is some fool just got a new farm animal. But
Yeah,
you come to the U.S. and you
yeah.
got everything at your fingertips. Like, why would you want to?
Dude, I've sat with like some of those kids, and just listened to some of their stories on like what it was like when they were coming to America, and it's nuts. And it's like the
Like
kids I'm
this,
talking to, they're like 16, and they're telling me stories about when they were like 9, traveling across the desert by themselves with fucking random strangers trying to meet their uncle,
yeah, bro.
who lived in a
It's all
town that they.
like the perspective on that shit is insane.
Dude, America is like,
Because to them, and no disrespect to like everybody we were just talking about in the foster system, that shit's fucking crazy too. But immigrants like that, or like to them, bro, if you think about heaven in your head, America is heaven.
yeah,
Like that's a unreachable land. Like you know what I mean? Like that's like where everything happens to them. All the top, everything they hear about ever has come from America.
yeah. Just all the government funding and stuff that we do, like that helps out, like, and not even like they're reliable on just that or relying on just that, but the ability to, hey, if you go to America and like you work, you can make money,
The
and it's your money.
It's literally the freedom, like the freedom of
Choose,
America.
do what you want.
Because over there, either they're either forced to believe a certain religion or forced to work a certain job.
Yeah,
Those are the two things that most third world countries who are fucked up go through. You're either forced to believe something that you don't believe, or
hmm
you're forced to work a job that pays shit and your life is shit.
yeah, and you make like fucking a
And
quarter a day.
both of those things, you don't have to do either here. If you think about it, you come over here, you can
Yeah,
live off the government.
yeah, at least to start. Like especially when they're kids too. Yeah, like I've talked to them too, and I've talked to some of those kids, and they're just like, yeah, bro, like, well, I was in, I don't know, El Salvador or something, and my older sister, she came across like with one of her boyfriends to the States. She said I could come with her. I met this random dude in an alley. He said he can get me to the States. I told my parents, I love you. I was 9 years old and I left. It's like I haven't seen my mom since then. It's like, and that's it. And it's like, okay, well, where are you going? And it's like, oh, I don't know. My sister said she lives in Minnesota, someplace in Minnesota, so I'll probably just meet her out there. And then they come out here to meet her, and then fucking, I don't know, sister's like living on the streets, and it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. And then a cop picks you up one day and was like, what the fuck are you doing out here? And they're like, I don't know, I don't speak English. And they're like, yeah, come with us. And now you're just in the system. But yeah, I've talked to those kids, and they're just like, yeah, like they're like
You
16,
gotta,
17. And they're like, I
you,
haven't seen my mom in fucking 8 years.
you know, you should do is interview like a orphan from like their grown self now, like your age,
Someone who's just like orphaned their whole
but
life.
they're from like somewhere crazy, like the East Coast. Like, how the fuck did you get here? Like, how
Yeah.
did your life take you here? That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Trying to think about what I can and can't say, but like bunch of stories, bro. Like of just kids who like, hey, I came out here and I was planning to meet my brother. I met up with my brother. His girlfriend didn't like me, so they kicked me out. I lived in the streets of Denver for 2 years. Now I'm here.
Made it on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
And
like,
now I'm in your house chilling with you.
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
And especially because it's like,
And
if you're
that's
a
like the
grown-ass
raw,
adult,
like ruggedness of like. Unfortunately, you just got to figure that shit out.
yeah, yeah. I talked to this one kid and he was like, because he had like a phone or whatever, and I was like, how do you even get in contact with people? And he's like, I just had a phone, like a prepaid phone. I was like, where'd you get a phone? And he's like, I traded some crackhead for it. I was like, for what? He's like, my backpack. He's like, he wanted a backpack. He's like, so I gave him my backpack.
Oh,
He gave me a
that's
phone.
crazy.
I'm like, how old were you? He's like 12.
If you really think about like how we lived our lives as kids compared to theirs is barbaric.
It's nuts.
That's barbarian. Like making it by however you can, like bartering. Like how does that feel? Just learn that on the fly, and you gotta. It's all like fight or flight. Like,
and not only that, but not knowing the language either.
oh, that's insane. Yeah,
Like
that's
imagine drop you off in like fucking, I don't know, Ecuador with at 10 years old, you got a backpack and some shoes.
You think you could survive?
Fuck no.
You don't think
Fuck.
10-year-old?
I mean,
you?
depends
I
where
think
you're
everyone
at
would
too.
like to think that they could.
Yeah, but I don't think I could. I mean, you got to think of like the dangers of wherever you're at too. Especially if like you're homeless, you're probably gonna get in with some fucking homeless people who don't have the best intentions. They don't think of you as a little kid. They just think of you as someone to fucking make money off of. Or
say you were like an immigrant, then
yeah,
would you be more scared because you're from the U.S. here and you know what's here to be dropped off somewhere here in like L.A. or fucking New York, or would you be more scared to go to a third world country?
definitely more scared in a third world
But
country.
you don't know English here.
If I don't, yeah, but at least like in America, there's gonna be someone who speaks that language. You go to like Ecuador, it's gonna be a lot harder to like learn to find someone who speaks
I
English.
guess the language per capita.
Yeah, like out there, I don't think as many people are speaking English as
I guess
as many
that's
people are
the
speaking
diversity
Spanish
of
here.
where you're at.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's nuts. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna just say this unfilteredly. It's gonna sound racist, but it's not. It is insane how many fucking immigrants are all over Denver. Everywhere. Like, I know you talk about it like, oh, immigrants are just all over this country or whatever. And I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's just crazy because I've never realized it. Obviously, in Greeley, you don't see that much, but like living in the Denver area, like I deliver packages and stuff all over to people's houses, or I gotta like knock on doors and like have people sign for shit. No one speaks English.
Well, that's just because like that all goes back to perspective. You never had a job that you didn't see that at here.
Yeah.
So when I went to JBS, bro, it was insane the amount. Like they said that the amount of different ethnicities they had working in that one building was over 100.
Different ethnicities?
Yes, like
Oh,
different
fuck.
types of like from different countries.
How do you think those people get into like those jobs? Probably just word
I
of
don't
mouth
know,
from like
bro.
people that they knew, huh?
And that's crazy. I don't. That's crazy that it just like generically comes up because that shit's like a big problem now. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I was like trying to grasp all that when you were there. It's like you start to understand like how somebody came here, but then it's like, okay, when you get here, how do you get here?
Yeah, how did you get
How
like
did you
you got
get
to the
in
States,
this
but then how did you
job?
get
Like,
into
how did
this
you get,
position?
like,
Yeah. How'd you get across from where I'm standing right now? But yeah, like I went to go to like deliver this package to like this big ass building. And I think it was like an apartment building or some shit. And there was like this cleaning dude outside, like this custodian guy. And he didn't speak English. He was just like some Mexican dude. And I asked him, like I thought maybe he spoke English. And I was like, "Yo, bro, do you know the code for me to get in, like to get inside?" And then I realized he didn't speak English, so I asked him in Spanish. And he's like, "Nah, like I don't know." He's like, "I just clean this outside. I just handle this outside shit."
Can you Spanish?
He only spoke Spanish. So then I asked him in Spanish, and he's like, "No, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't ever fuck with that stuff over there." I was like, "All right, for sure, whatever." And then as I'm walking over like back to the truck, some Amazon driver pulls up, and he just seemed like your average like black teenager. And I was like, "Yo, bro, like you know the code to get in here or whatever?" And he's like, "No English." And I was like,
That's what he knew.
I was like, holy fuck, man, all right. But I don't know what language he spoke, so I was like, Have a good day, bro.
Bro, that's crazy that you felt foreign in America.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you the same thing. I'll go to like certain neighborhoods. There's a really big, nice neighborhood out in like South Colorado, not South
Oh
Colorado,
yeah,
like
yeah,
South Denver, like
yeah, yeah,
Roxborough
yeah,
Park.
yeah.
You know where Roxborough Park is?
Yeah,
Over kind of
they're
by
nice, big ass
Lakewood
houses
Martin.
out there. Yeah,
Fucking
that's like suburbs,
huge,
suburbs.
badass houses. Every house I had to knock on, none of those motherfuckers spoke English. Badass, sick
Asian?
ass,
You run into a couple Asians, huh?
shit ton of Asians, shit ton of Ukrainians, Russians, all
Light skin,
kinds of
all
different.
light skin.
And that's the thing too, is like I'll walk up to somebody,
You think they're white, but they're not
they look
American.
like just your average white guy. Like I was at a, where did I go?
Czechoslovakians,
No clue what fucking language they were speaking.
Swedish. That's
Yeah, because like
crazy.
you can kind of recognize what Russian sounds like.
Yeah, because it's real aggressive.
No clue what the fuck these guys are speaking sometimes. Like it'll be just like some random couple walking down the street, and like I'll just see them, and I'm like, "Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?" And they're just like they'll just shake their head at me, and I'm like, "Have a good day" or whatever. And then I'll hear them speaking to each other, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was some weird language. I see a shit ton of Ukraine flags.
That shit. That's the type of shit that's like, as an American, that like makes me mad.
Yeah,
Because you look at the higher capita and like we're like top like they're probably not even top 10%, but like top 30 maybe tax bracket wise where they live in Colorado, and they're
yeah.
not even fucking American, bro. Like,
It's not even like it doesn't really make me mad. It's just like, damn. Like
well, what do you
foreigners
think it
really
is
are
then?
coming over here and just
The only
balling
reason
the
I would
fuck out.
the only reason I would get mad is because I think that I don't know their story, but they're more catered to. But then I would also see the other side of like maybe Americans are lazy.
Yeah, and you could look at it either way. And sometimes I think the same thing. Like, yeah, Americans really are lazy. Don't get me wrong. I see a lot of like, just like Mexican households and shit with nice ass houses out there too. But majority of like the big ass sick houses I'm delivering to, and like I see the homeowners, Asians, Mexicans, or no, honestly, no, not Mexicans, Asians, Russians, fucking
That might make me racist.
Ukrainians.
That might make me racist if I'm mad. like
if you're mad, yeah,
racist,
that makes you racist.
For real?
No, dude, I don't know what it is. It's sick though.
But I guess you have to look at it per state. Because if you think about Colorado, this is a transplant state. You
Yeah.
go to Cali, ain't nobody out there who's in the top 10% with the fucking mansions are American.
You don't think any of them?
Asians, bro. You know how many Asians are in Cali?
Yeah. There's just every ethnicity in California, though.
Okay, so look at, like, you got real money right there. You go to, like, Texas, Utah, probably the Dakotas.
Mm-hmm.
Top 20% out there are going to be American.
Yeah. Especially, like, somewhere like,
So
I don't know.
I guess
Texas
Americans
being more of a
cling
border
to
state. Where they can
where they feel the most comfortable. I don't
plant
know.
the roots. They don't move around as
I
much.
guess it's all depends on the state's, I guess, Americanness, if that's even a fucking word.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's so weird. That's why I love people watching. Whenever I go to the airport,
Yeah,
I
crazy.
always am just listening for fucking languages or whatever. When we were in where were we? When we were in Hawaii. We were at this little fucking like little restaurant.
Oh, that's like the mecca of like tourism.
Yeah,
You know how many
fuck
people go through there?
I've never even seen people like that, bro. I swear to God. Like I remember we were in Hawaii and like we're walking up and down the streets, and not even just like the
That
women.
makes you racist. People like that. Who's that kind of-
No, but like not even like just like the women, but like even like dudes that were walking through. I'm like, that dude just looks weird, but not like weird like ugly or anything. It's like that. I didn't know humans came like that. Like I've never seen a person like that.
Your setup.
Yeah, like bro, that's a sick loadout you got right there. No, but I was in line behind this like it looked like just like these two Mexican girls. They're like teenagers, and then they started speaking to each other, and I was like, what the fuck?
The Venezuelan probably.
No clue. No, but like even with like Venezuelans, they speak Spanish for the most part. But
You had no idea what
and
they were speaking.
so I was like, but I heard them after one of them ordered. They speak English, perfect English too. So then I asked them right after they finished ordering. I was like, yo, what language are you guys speaking? And I forget what they said, but I was like, where's that at?
See, it wasn't even like that memorable to where you remembered it. You had no idea what they said.
No clue. But like they were like, oh yeah, we're Middle Eastern. We're from like South Asia, blah blah blah.
They were like light skin.
Yeah, they look like Mexicans.
South Asian.
But I have no clue what fucking language they were speaking. And I was like, but I asked them, I was like, what language are you speaking? I was like, sorry if that comes off rude or anything, like intrusive. You can tell me to fuck off. And they were like, no. They're like, yeah, we're from blah, blah, blah. We came out here just for like a vacation with our parents. And I was like, I've never even heard of your country.
That's cool.
And they're like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Just the States, United States." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Nice, cool." And that's the thing too, is like they know about like the States.
You know what's crazy though? If you would have said like you said the States, but if you would have said like Utah, they would have been like whatever. If you would have said Colorado, they would have knew where you're from.
Yeah, dude, you ever
They
like
know the mountains.
yeah, you go to Mexico. It's funny, like if you tell someone in Mexico, you're like, if they ask you like, "Oh, where are you from?" and you're just like, "Oh, I'm from America," and they're like, "Oh, like I got a buddy who lives in Texas. Do you know him?"
It's
like,
all
no,
it's all
bro.
general area.
Yeah, like they think you just
You
know
live in
everybody.
Oregon. You know that fool in Texas.
They're like, my homie Jose, he lives in Texas. Like, do you know that guy? And I'm like, no, probably not, bro. I live thousands of miles from there. But yeah, it's funny. I don't know. It's weird seeing the different types of people out there. But like I said, it probably is
That's
still
the
a
best
lot of
thing
like
for character, like personal development is
different perspectives.
yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a lot of like woke shit when I see a lot of Ukrainian flags, but I do see like people flying like different country flags outside of their houses and shit all the time. And it's like, I don't know what fucking flag that is.
Is that racist if I get mad at that?
I don't think so. I mean, it's the same way if like,
Would you take it as disrespectful then?
no, because I mean, I don't, no, I mean, I was going to say, like, because let's say you moved to a different country and like you just had like you bought a nice house or whatever and you flew a American flag out there. First off, they're probably not going to let you.
No.
Most countries probably wouldn't let you. Like if you move to like the Middle East and you want to
Yeah,
put
but what American wants to move to the Middle East?
true. But that's what I'm saying. Like a middle. So let's reverse it. The roles like a Middle Eastern moving here and flying their country outside their house. Like
I
it's
don't
cool.
think you would know better.
I don't know. I mean, no better from what? How do you mean?
I don't know. I guess that's fucked up to say.
I get what you're trying to say.
But it's like, I don't know. I would take it as disrespectful because, say, okay, from that perspective, you're Middle Eastern, you come over here.
Yeah.
And you fly your flag, but you know that the grounds that you're flying your flag on, people died for over there. For you to want to come over here.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not, I don't think them flying their flag is them saying like, yo, my country's better. It's just them kind of keeping their roots within themselves, you know? And just like,
yeah, I guess I see that part too, but keep that
it's
shit.
not, if they were to say like,
in your house.
keep it in your house.
Respectfully.
But it's like if they flew a flag outside that said like, fuck America, like long live Iran or some shit, then it's like, fuck you, dude. Like, go the fuck back to Iran if you hate America. But that's also a fucking really controversial thing you can't say
I guess that's
either.
like selfish to think that everybody who migrates to America like would have pride in America, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them do. Or they're like, some people move here and they hate their country.
But I guess that's an American problem if you think about it, because Americans don't even have pride like they should. So why the fuck would they have pride for us either?
Yeah. Some people do. I mean, not everybody. A lot of people fucking like hate America, or at least they claim to hate America living here, you know? But, and until you see shit like that, and then you realize like, yeah, America ain't so bad. You go to some shithole countries, and no matter what, America number one. Random question. Did you ever kill any animals or like bugs as a kid? I was thinking about this the other day.
I think you're weird if you don't.
What kind of bugs and shit were you killing? Wait, did you kill animals or just bugs? Bugs, it's like, who cares?
Maybe like a couple frogs.
But like,
I've always wanted to kill a cat or a rabbit. Bro, like the excitement of catching a rabbit and killing it is peak when you're like 6.
I used to always throw rocks at rabbits, but
I'd hit them a couple times.
yeah, but even if I hit them, a part of me kind of feels bad. It's like, oh fuck, I was just trying to like see if I could hit you.
Be like hurt.
When you were a kid, you were trying to hurt rabbits. No, see, like I've killed a couple frogs. We
like what was the most fucked up way you killed a frog?
4th of July.
That's how you judge it.
4th of July, one time we were like throwing fireworks off or whatever, and we had some extra M80s at the end of the night.
In its mouth.
I caught a frog and put an M80 in its mouth.
Yeah, that's probably up there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
But like bugs and shit was all the time. Like
yeah, my grandma's house out in Stony Brook. When Stony Brook was new, because my grandma had like one of the first trailers out there. Because I remember when everything, what was that? That would be west. Like south of there, of her trailer, was like dirt. Like they had just had plots where you have the pipe coming up for all the new developments that would be right
that were
there.
coming, yeah.
It was like all brand new, and they used to get like grasshoppers, but I'm not even kidding, like this big,
Fucking locusts.
like big as hell.
Yeah.
To where you could cut their head off, and I cut their head off and put them on like sticks.
See, me and my cousins would catch grasshoppers outside my grandma's house, and we pull their legs off.
Yeah, so they can't run away.
They can't run away from me no more.
I told Haley that. She said I was crazy.
I do think that is pretty fucking crazy. No,
Women turned out fine.
Girls didn't do that shit, but guys did. Like most
you
guys,
look back at when you watch shows and you look back at like what they did and what you did, and you're like, damn, that feels crazy.
Yeah,
maybe I'm crazy.
I guess when you're killing mammals, I think is when it gets bad. Like if you're actively like
like a couple, like if
killing
you're hitting,
cats,
if you're putting like 3 bodies down of possums a year, you got something wrong. Like you're catching 3 bodies.
Yeah, that's
out
bad.
in the wilderness a year. And if you do it when you're older, like if you don't grow out of that, you're a little like. I better not never catch my son at 16 killing rabbits outside.
What do you think is the oldest you could do that at?
Maybe 10.
10 to kill animals?
That's when you start getting into girls. You're going to middle school.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I'd
rather you be focused on girls than dead animals. You know what I mean?
You ever took a magnifying glass to an anthill?
No. That's old school.
I've done that shit too. I don't know where the fuck I got a magnifying glass. Like,
I don't even think as a child I've ever had one of the.
I don't know where I had one. From my grandma. My grandma at her house too.
Bro, you find the most random shit at your grandma's house.
But yeah, we would take the fucking legs off of grasshoppers and like just hold them and burn them with a lighter. We would just burn their heads.
That's crazy.
And I don't know what the fuck it was.
I used to burn my toys though.
You'd burn your toys?
Like G.I. Joe's, I wanted it to be real, so I'd burn his face.
You give him all kinds of battle scars and shit?
And then the plot was like that fool got thrown in the fire or something. Like,
you had its own plot.
Yeah, he had a backstory.
Yeah, but if you burn...
That's nasty.
If you burn a fucking grasshopper's head, I don't know what it was, they would like throw up blood all the time. Like they would just like drop blood out of their mouth.
That's like a real vivid memory. You remember?
I remember it in my head. I don't know where the fuck we were getting these lighters, but yeah, you just grab a grasshopper and burn its head, and they would just like drip blood out of its mouth all the fucking time. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, you're right. Probably till like 10, and then after that, it's like
you gotta start focusing on like girls or sports, or games.
Yeah, you get inside. Dude, growing up, especially growing up with big brothers. I tell this to people all the time. The first probably like 15 years of my life was just proving to my older brothers that I wasn't gay.
Yeah, shout out. I wish that's why I always wish I had older brothers that in general.
But you had older cousins that were young.
Nah, the oldest people I had were like the only boys were like Gil, my uncles.
And he's young. He was still young enough to feel like older brother type shit.
But there's a different interaction when you, it's like daily.
Live with them, yeah. But yeah, like I remember when baby showers used to be. I think I've told you this story.
Only girls.
Yeah, remember when baby showers were like only a girl thing?
Oh yeah, and they called you gay.
Yeah, bro. My brother's fucking.
Up.
My mom took me to like this baby shower one time. I don't even remember whose it was. It was like my aunt's baby shower or something, and I'm like 8, and she's like, "Hey, just come with me. We're gonna go to this baby shower." Like, I don't know. I think she like grabbed me something to eat, and like while she was already out, instead of taking me home, she just brought me to the baby shower, and I was like the only boy at the baby shower. I didn't really think much of it. It's like, who cares? Yeah, these are like
you're a kid. You're like,
I'm a kid, you know. And then later on, I get home, and I had like the little bow on of like, oh, if I think it's gonna be a boy or girl or whatever on. And my brothers are like, where were you? And I was like, with mom. Like we went to Aunt so and so's baby shower, and they're like, you went to the baby shower? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you're fucking gay. Literally, like for both my older brothers are like,
and they were what, like 15?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, Roman. If I was probably like 8, Roman was probably like 15, 16. I'm telling you, bro. When you're a little kid, like the purpose of your life is proving to like
that was back then,
to your superiors that you're not gay. Yeah, you couldn't like say you liked certain things, or it's like, all right, now I'm gay. That's what my life was. Yeah, it still is. Sometimes I feel like you just gotta prove you're not gay to people.
Yeah, but then when you go to the real world, some of these fools act gay.
Yeah,
they got work.
Yeah, like that's
you get to the work world, everybody's gay. It feels weird.
Blue collar work. That's all it is. It's just gay guys. No one is gayer than straight men.
Yeah,
those are the gayest fucking people possible. It's white boys. I've realized. Actually, the Mexicans are getting in on the gay fun now
gay
too.
As hell too.
Mexicans?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mexicans are getting on the gay fun.
There's this guy at JBS who used to grab dicks. Bro, that's like
We that dude we used to work with, the old painter.
Chapo.
Yeah, he fucking he asked me one time because him and another guy, they were smoking cigarettes outside, and I'm like 19 at the time. You've heard this story. You might have even been there, but I was like 19 at the time, and he was like, they were smoking cigarettes outside, and I was fucking around, and I asked him, I was like, yo, let me get one of those cigarettes or whatever, and he went to hand it, and he's like, wait, he's like, you're not 21, you can't have this, and I was like, I know, I'm just fucking around, I don't even smoke anyways.
Yeah, but
No, but he was just like no, he's like, and then he was just sitting there smoking, they were bullshitting, and we were just all talking, and then after a little bit, he thought about it, and he's like, don't you think that's funny that like you're not 21, so like I couldn't give you a beer, I couldn't give you a cigarette. He's like, but you're 19, like you're over 18. He's like, I couldn't give you a beer or whatever. He's like, but we could fuck right now and that'd be completely legal.
he was just processing that the whole time.
Yeah, like that's what he was thinking in his head. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is your problem? And this is like some 35-year-old man with a wife and kids. I'm 19.
That's probably like that's another good thing for like character development.
Being
If
around
my
gay
son
guys.
don't want to be fucking go to college right outside of high school, you got to go work blue collar, bro. You meet some of the most like important like they fucked around, but you also learn how to work. You know
I like really work hard. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. But yeah, dude, and it teaches you just like
there's different
waking up at like 4 a.m.
There's a lot of different type of people out there, and in blue collar you get everybody.
Yeah, you get like the rednecks down to like the fucking
the geeks, like
yeah,
John, like that was a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you get like the rednecks to the nerds to the dudes
convicts
who are always in and out of jail to the dude who just got here in the States 10 years
this
ago.
fool rode his bike, he's fiend out, and he needs a paycheck.
Yeah,
like
you'll meet everybody.
Crazy.
Yeah, you'll meet fucking crack fiends.
So then you figure out what you want to do and who you want to be.
You decide. You're like, I like this crack fiend guy. He's pretty cool.
I'll gravitate towards him.
Oh fuck. Do you ever fight with random people in public? But like in your head. You ever like just go to war with people in your head?
Oh yeah, because I'll be nice to somebody. I'll be like, I shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said that.
I'll be like, fuck that fool.
In like a random stranger.
Yeah, all the time.
Why?
But I'll just let like Haley know. Like, I'll just turn around and be like, fuck that fool. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Certain interactions I don't like, bro. You know what one of my biggest pet peeves is when we go somewhere?
Nice people.
Bro, you go to Dutch and these fools want to know what you're doing.
Yeah. They have like their whole head in your car and shit.
Bro, I was at the window. My window was rolled down. We just paid. And like she gave the card back, but she's like suddenly paused there. And I was like, all right, put my card back, like turn to Haley. Like,
and they're just staring at you?
Had a conversation, bro. And then I see her like out of the corner of my eye, like settle her arms into the window, and she pops the question, well, what are you guys doing today? Bro, like, shut the window and go make my drink. Like, I don't.
But that's what they're trained to do. Like, that's for real what they're, like, told to do.
You shouldn't have to be trained to do that, though. It should just be generic.
And that's the thing, yeah. Is when it is, you can tell when it's genuine.
If I'm the type of person, you look at me and you're like, I probably shouldn't ask him what he's doing today. Then don't.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you're trained to do it.
But, like, does that piss you off?
Not like ruins my whole day, but I'm like, I'd never tell them straight answers.
What do you tell them? Just like some bullshit, some runaround?
Yeah, like we'll be like, it sounds stupid, but like we'll have like shit to do. I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling. We're going home.
But even that, it sounds like
I'm
you're
like
being
mad
nice.
that like I gotta lie. Like, why are you making me lie to you right now?
Why don't you just, especially if they're like a random stranger, like why don't you just tell them something fucking crazy?
Because even then, that's like too much effort. Like, why should I have to do that to get you to
just
stop
roll
talking
my window
to me?
up.
Like,
Roll your window up. Yeah, no, Dutch Bros for sure. That they do some weird shit where they're like in your head and they start asking you like, "Do you love this shit?
like
Are you high right now?"
Like a stranger. Like a stranger now. Like,
yeah.
Somebody held the door for her now. Like, I try to be. I don't know. It's kind of different, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like it out there. It's different over there. People are nice.
In Windsor?
Mm-hmm. I realize that people are nicer when not everybody cares about what somebody else is doing throughout their day. You could live in a small town. Everybody's wondering where you just came from, what you're doing, how I know you, or what the fuck. Like,
yeah.
If they know who you know or your parents or whatever, like, bro, out there, people just trying to make their money and go home to their family and get on with their day.
So you think it's nicer that they don't give a fuck about you?
Yeah.
You think that makes them
I think
nicer?
I think the best the best quality or like I guess way of thinking is like time is money because that's the way I think.
Yeah.
But like out there, like everybody's like time is money. Like that doesn't mean they're an asshole all the time. You run into a couple assholes, but like it's not like an asshole like the way you're annoying me like that. Like
Yeah.
that like you're annoying me. Like
It just depends on the mindset everybody's in. Because obviously, if you find someone, or like if you find yourself like in a group of people who think alike to how you think, then you're
so
probably
how
gonna
many
feel more
people you
comfortable.
think alike you here compared to where you live?
I don't know.
Percentage. Walk
Like
into walk into a Walmart right now here,
hmm
and what's the percentage?
of people that think like me,
Yeah, 10.
maybe 10, 15, something like that. It also depends on my mood though. Because there's some moods where, like, there's some times where it's like, fuck yeah, I'll talk to like random strangers and it's
Yeah,
funny to me.
you're
And
real
it's cool.
social. Yeah,
And then there's other times where, like, I've said this before, like,
that's where your time is money. Though,
I'll see people that I
you're on
know and I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah,
I hate small talk. I
yeah.
will I'll get into small talk with random strangers before I get into small talk with people I know, which sounds weird, but like I'll see
Well, it's
someone
because it's all bullshit.
exactly, and that's the whole thing is like I can see someone that I know from like I don't know, we went to middle school together, and like I see them in Walmart, I see them and I'll be like fuck, I just want to turn around so I don't see this guy, and then even Jacinda's like hey, that's what's his name? Why don't you say hi? And I'm like, because it's fucking pointless, and she's like, well, why not just like say what's up to him, nod or whatever. I was because the nod turns into, yo, bro, what's up? How are you? Good. How are you?
Yeah.
None, bro. What you been up to? Just work, bro. For sure. That's what's up. Same. Saw you had a kid. Yeah.
And you walk away from
Congrats.
that conversation,
And we walk away
and you're
with
like,
nothing added. Like I didn't need to
bro.
do
When you
that.
walk away, that's when I turn the head and say, "Fuck that flow," like because it's like I don't know. You don't respect my time enough to answer, like, ask me something that means something.
But it's not even like I feel like I'm getting my time wasted. I just feel like I just like I
That's
didn't
exactly
want to
what it
put
is,
the
though.
energy towards that.
That's
But it's not like,
time
oh, I
is
have better things to do or anything. It's just like I'd rather not do that. You know?
Yeah, you'd rather spend your time doing
Whereas
something
like a
else.
random old lady I'll talk to. Like if a random old lady is like,
Yeah,
oh, like I don't know,
it's
like
because it's genuine.
she
That's
could be
why.
like, oh, I like your shoes, those are really nice. I'd be like, thanks. How did your husband die in Vietnam? Tell me about that. Because like that's something I'll want to talk about. It's
It's because
funny.
it's a genuine starter. She'll like give you a random comment and be like,
Old people are funny to talk to sometimes too, but then they're also like fucking senile.
they got some, bro. Old people have been through some shit. If you really think about like, I realized this when we were talking about like age and like Josh. You
Mhm.
think about like kids that are born in like the early 2000s, they're already getting like to be 20, like 20. Bro, if you were born in '05, you're 21 this year.
Yeah,
That's insane. And then I think about like my parents and like even like my grandparents, like how many like different things and like leaps in technology that they've seen, like that should be insane
how
to
much different
witness.
shit's happened since then. Yeah, yeah, I think about that with my grandma too.
Because
I'm
if you
like,
lived
holy
in the
fuck.
'80s and then you live now, like it's a whole different world. Like that's
So imagine being
insane.
born like
'85.
my grandma was living like her teenage years in like the 50s, bro.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's fucking nuts.
That's like three worlds.
Exactly. That's nuts. It's like I get it. I get why they just like sit and don't say anything. Like when it comes to like
Yeah, that's
old
just
people, it's
crazy.
like fuck, you've seen too much shit. You're starstruck. But no, with the whole thing about um like arguing with people in my head, like not even arguing, but like get into fights. Like there's been times where I'll go to the store with like my mom or some shit, and then like there's some like random guy who's like in line, and I just think like, all right, what if this guy tried to like attack my mom right now? What do I do?
Oh, no, I don't do that.
I do shit like that all the time. I think of like exit strategies.
Mhm.
If I'm in a restaurant, like I like to think like, all right, if someone came in, I gotta do this and like where's my exit strategies and shit. When in all reality, if someone comes in like trying to shoot the place up, I'm probably fucking dead. I'm probably gonna panic and just die. If someone tried to fucking like attack me in public or something,
I guess it's like different places.
depends
You
on where
do it
you're
like
at.
every store you're at, like every restaurant you ever
Not
been at.
always, but I've thought like I don't know. Let's say I have like I'm at Walmart.
How many times you do it when you're in the wrong fucking neck of the woods?
Mm, if it's like somewhere that I feel like is probably weird, probably all the time. It's probably every time.
Yeah.
Where I'm feeling like, okay,
Just in case.
this guy looks sketchy right here. Like I'm just kind of like thinking, all right, if this motherfucker lunged at me, I gotta fucking headbutt him, break his nose.
That's probably the only time I do it.
It's
Is
like
if I see somebody that's like,
looks sketchy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like on like alert, or even like driving. Like that's when you.
Oh,
That's when
watching
most
for,
people
like-
don't like really pay attention. Is like when you're parking, bro. Like there could be somebody in their car sitting out there that you didn't see in the store.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So like if you see somebody out in a car, that's when like it's real weird. It's like if I see somebody out of place,
Yeah.
like
I thought you meant like actually driving and like watching for someone who's like not paying attention or just being. That shit I watch out for though too.
I don't care about that shit.
No,
To be honest,
bro.
no.
There's so many times where I'm driving and like I'll drive this big ass truck for work now too, and as I'm driving, like you see other like big trucks and like you're higher up, so you can kind of see into their windows and
Yeah.
shit more. So many fucking like big
On their phone.
semis that are just towing fucking a shit ton of cars, all on their phone. Like everybody
yeah.
texts and drives, bro. It's nuts. That I've heard I don't remember where I heard it from, but someone was saying like you got to watch out for the guys that tow vehicles. Those dudes are always meth heads.
For real.
Yeah, the guys that
like
always
towed away or like pulling like
no,
8
not
cars.
tow trucks, but like the ones who are like taking a fuck ton of cars to like a dealership or some
No
shit.
way.
Those guys are meth heads.
There's no way those fools are.
That's what I hear. I'm not saying fact or
I don't know
cap.
if I'd believe it. You're telling me the fool pulling 5 of those brand new GMCs to both counties smoking meth. That's
Probably.
almost 500,000 cars.
Yeah, but he probably just gets his shit done. That's why they hire him because he doesn't need to sleep.
I guess that's probably like one of the. I guess them and Wall Street, probably like the two professions that they're for sure doing something.
Yeah, to keep up with their life.
Truckers and.
Yeah, to keep up with that livelihood, you got to be on some
You
shit.
think Wall Street's still like that? I just watched Wolf of Wall Street the other day.
You'd never seen it
And I
before?
was trying to I've seen it a couple times, but I was trying to picture like, you think that's real in like 2026?
I feel like it's a lot less individual the way that they kind of portrayed in that movie, and it's a lot more just corporation shit.
Maybe you got to think corporately. There's people in that.
Yeah, I mean, corporately, it's just fucking scammy bullshit stuff, but it's not like everybody's individually doing it the way that that movie portrays, I'd
What-
say.
What are the most scammy jobs you think you can get? Like if this person had this job as a title,
You
you
think
would
that
assume they're a bad person.
phone operator? Just because the guys that are always calling about like your extended warranty shit.
Yeah, but those are usually foreigners.
Exhibit A.
What about like a lawyer?
Is that fucked
You
up
don't
to
think
say?
You don't think a lawyer?
I mean, some lawyers for sure. I honestly, I think when it
You're not very judgmental like that, though. That's why.
no, I do like to see the good in people, but I know that like we were just saying before this too. Like, I think a lot of the justice system isn't about like finding justice. It's just about being right and winning. Not even being right. It's about winning. Like they know that they're in the fucking wrong, but it's like I don't give a fuck about.
It's all about the setup.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about finding justice. It's about winning money, winning my
Who
client.
sounds right?
Yeah. How do you make yourself sound right? That's fucked up. That's what the justice system is. I swear to God, I really think so. Speaking of work, because we're talking about like driving and shit, I fucking did I ever tell you about I crashed my truck at work?
No.
No, I was driving the other day. Don't laugh, motherfucker. I didn't crash it. I was driving, and this was like a few weeks ago, when like it was a good amount of snow and it was cold as fuck outside.
Oh, like the first snow or what?
Yeah, like the first one. And we're driving. I'm in the left lane, and it's like a 3-lane road on the highway. I'm in the left lane, and there's like this BMW on the right, who fucking like just catches ice and just spins out completely. And I was like, fuck. But I knew the roads were icy, so I was like, if I slam on my brakes, I'm spinning out, and
Yeah.
there's a fuck ton of traffic all around me in this big ass truck. So I was like, fuck it. Went through this fucking guy, totaled his shit, bad. But I mean, even the truck, everything was fine. But I felt bad for the guy too, because like he was completely at fault too. And like when he talked about it, he was like, they were talking about like the police pull up and they were talking about like at fault shit. And he's like, well, no, like it wasn't my fault. It was like just because the roads were icy.
The ice is full.
It's like, all right, bro, bill it to the ice. What do you want us to do?
In a real world perspective, like
Yeah, it sucks. And it's like, it's you, dog. You eat that shit. And he was like just like some like teenager guy. And he wasn't a teenager. He was probably like 19. But still, It's like his shit's totaled and he's fucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks.
It's all about like mistake.
Yeah, and just
he
like
made
that.
one mistake and he fucking can't turn back from it.
Yeah, and now his fucking insurance probably hops up insanely. Poor guy.
Damn, you're a real sympathetic person. When I see people do stupid stuff like that on the road, like if
his tires were bald as fuck too.
if I got like on the intersection and I'll go left and you're like turning at the same time, I don't know what setup that would be, but like
yeah.
if I got the right of way and you want to go, I'm gonna hit you.
You're gonna purposely hit him?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you. I was just telling this the other day. Actually, I was like, I wish cars were like more indestructible to where you could like nudge people like because they're doing dumb shit
and like not get scratches or whatever.
I was like, some people
you won't play bumper
get
cars.
Like some people. That's exactly what she said. I was like, some people deserve to get like tapped a little bit, like
just check them.
Yeah, like you're fucking up. Like,
dude, fucking people are crazy. I was literally when I was driving here into town, there was this car that was like tried to merge, and they tried to merge, and I don't think they saw that there was a car in their blind spot. So the car in their blind spot like just laid on the horn, and they were like, "Fuck," and corrected. And then they probably like were like, "Fuck," corrected, and then they felt like, "Fuck you, don't honk at me." So then they fucking they swerved over hard as fuck, right back into that person's lane, and they fucking like and swerved out of the way and shit. And I was like that's just all ego.
They were fighting themselves in their head. Right there. They're like, "This will really bitch me up right now."
Yeah, they're like, "I got bitched up." They just probably felt embarrassed that they were wrong. So then he's like, "I felt bitched up." It's like, "Fuck him, I'm taking this guy out with me." That's what this guy gets. Car. What's up?
Or his lady was in the car.
I don't know who it was. Yeah, imagine. Imagine
you got bitched.
Your lady's in there complaining. She's like, "You're really gonna let him fucking honk at you like that? I'm gonna get you killed doing some shit like that, bro."
What do you think? We were talking about how you're real optimistic and people. What do you think the worst character trait you have about yourself is? I was thinking about this the other day.
Like my personality? What do you mean? Like the way
there's something you do that you hate, like that you would change.
I've realized I can easily say sorry when I don't mean it. Like just dumb shit. Like
falsely apologizing?
Yeah, like falsely apologizing where it's like, I don't know, I'll say sorry about shit that you don't need to say sorry for. Like I fucking walk, I don't know, I'm walking and I almost bump into someone and I'm like, "Oh, sorry. Like, oh.
Well, that's not falsely apologizing.
Yes, but I'm saying,
like more like...
I'll say sorry with stuff like that. I find it harder to really say sorry when I fuck up.
I feel like at that point you're over apologizing for dumb shit, but you're not apologizing.
I over apologize for dumb shit, whereas I don't apologize for real shit. I've found that I have an issue doing that, and I don't know what it is.
Why? What do you think?
No clue. Honestly, I think I don't mean to put blame on them because it's like I'm my own fucking person, but like I think it all goes down to like my parents, like the way that you interact with them and like the way they interacted with you. Again, all 100% on me as a fucking grown-ass man now too. But I think like the way you interact with your parents, I never saw my parents as like really ever doing anything wrong when I was a kid. And obviously when you look back at it, it's like, yeah, my parents probably fucked up a lot. But in my head, it was like they never fucked up. So my parents probably like, maybe they did, maybe they don't, I don't know. But they never said sorry. So it's like I didn't find the ability to apologize out of that. I was never taught that.
Why would they have to?
Yeah. What are they going to apologize to me for? They don't know me no fucking apology. What about you?
Probably like I get real procrastinative only when I like know I'm gonna let somebody down.
But like,
so like say like I have shit? I have like some news that like somebody is like, "Damn, I'm gonna let you down." Like I'll just wait and like tell them.
Like you'll hold on to some bad news for a long time?
I'd rather just not go through it.
Do you just like avoid the confrontation on the whole thing in general?
Yeah, but some confrontations I like embrace them. Like it's only when like I know when I like.
Oh, but
if I'm coming to you and I let you, like I'm admitting that I let you down, like I'll put it off.
But if you're gonna confront somebody about the time that they fucked up, you're on it immediately.
Or if it's in between that confrontation and I did fuck up, I'll do it right then and there. Because then I know like I'm in the wrong right away.
But what makes you like hesitant to?
I don't know, bro. I thought about that I thought about what Brian said to me one time. He's like, it's in human nature to never want to like let somebody down.
Yeah.
And I think that just makes me like within like I guess you could say it's like human nature, but within myself too, it's like I don't want that nobody down ever. Like
Yeah. But do you have a hard time? Do you think like internally you're ever talking to yourself like, no, I'm not in the wrong? Do you think you have to figure that out between
I think
you and yourself first?
no. I think it's like
Or it's just,
I'm
no,
like
I know I'm wrong. I just don't know how to.
I'm like a fixer. If I tell
You're
you
trying to
that I
fix
did
it
something
before.
wrong, I want to tell you what I did to do it right before I tell you that I was wrong.
So you want to fix the problem before you
Yeah.
tell someone that you made a problem.
Even if it takes a long ass time. Which can bite me in the ass. But that's like
That's the worst, yeah. Because then it makes it look fucking way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think I used to really have a problem with like just like judgmental shit. Like just internally being like really judgy of other people. But I think I've really
I
worked
don't
on
know
that a
how
lot.
you break that.
It's
Honestly,
hard.
I don't know how you break that.
I've also realized
Because me and you are two completely opposite people when it comes to that shit.
to judging people.
Yeah.
I swear I really used to be like fucking like really annoyed and pissed off by like a lot of dumb shit all the time until you just get like a different perspective on like what people are, you know? Because it's easy to just assume like, yeah, that guy fucked up because he's a fucking idiot. Or no, that guy fucked up because he didn't know. He didn't know any better. Or hey, that guy fucked up because he thought that's what he was supposed to be doing. And it's like, all right, well, if you think about it that way, then sure. Then I understand why that person fucked up. You don't look at like someone you really care about and think, hey, they fucked up because they're a fucking idiot. But you'll look at like a stranger like that 100% of the time. Your parents fuck up. Like, I don't know, let's say your mom or your dad was supposed to do something for you and like they forgot about it. You're not in your head going to think, fucking asshole.
No,
like
I think that's
like
where,
they meant wrong, you know?
I think that's where it's fucked up though. Is like to me, like in my own head, I think like even no matter what the situation is, that's where like I'm fucked up at. Is I think 70 to 80% of the time, like you should have knew better.
Yeah. And that's where I think
And that's what I hold on.
that's
to.
what
Like,
you're not wrong in, but I think that's where you
like even random strangers, I'm like, about how the fuck do you not know better to
Yeah.
do that? Like, are you stupid?
Exactly. Yeah, it's easy to think that way about somebody. But I feel like I always advocate for like the other perspective on stuff.
I can't.
Even like with Jacinda, like she'll tell me something about stuff that happens at work or
I
whatever.
guess that's what I'm getting better at. Is like probably like personal relationships, but like real world perspective, fuck no.
Yeah.
Coworkers, fuck no.
But yeah, she'll tell me about stuff like that happens at work or like a customer or something like, and like it pissed her off that this person said this and like they were like, are you stupid? How are you going to possibly think that? I'm like, well, did you think maybe that they thought that because of this and this? And she's like, no. And I'm like, do you know that? And she's like, well, no. And it's like, maybe that they just thought different. And she's like, no. Trust me, they knew. And it's like, that you don't know that they knew better. Because if everybody always knew better, then there'd be no mistakes in anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
it's like automatic assumption.
Exactly. But do you assume like you know better in everything
That's
you do?
why I get mad though, is because like you say the saying like common sense isn't so common.
Yeah.
And that like makes me mad. I'm like, bro, like
I've always tried to keep like just, and again, I don't try and say this shit like I'm some fucking guru. I definitely get pissed off and like annoyed at people all the time too, still. But it's a lot less than I used to, where just I always think like, I don't know, some dudes cut me off in traffic. I used to get fucking like bad road rage and like get pissed off. Not bad to like where I'm like rolling down my window and cussing people out or nothing like that. But like even in my head, like, or like yelling inside my car, like fucking laying on the horn or whatever. Jacinda too, all the time. Like someone will cut me off or whatever. She's like, "Why didn't you honk at them?" I'm like, "They just fucked up."
see, like stuff like that, I won't.
Yeah.
I don't care to.
Yeah, but like someone will cut me off and I won't even honk at them.
No, I won't.
And it, like in my head, I'm just thinking like, yeah, they fucked up. I do that all the time. The same thing they just did, where they just cut in front of me, or like I was coming down the road and they went when they're at their stop sign or whatever when they shouldn't have. They should have waited for me. It's like, yeah, I do that all the time. It's like, and I had to slam on my brakes because of it, but I get it, bro. I've been there. Yeah. And then internally, they probably, I think, or at least I like to think that they're in their head thinking, fuck, that was fucked up. I shouldn't have done that.
Probably not.
Yeah, they're probably not. But I do.
That's why I don't do that.
But I do that all the time. I do that all the time where like I accidentally cut somebody off and in my head I'm like, fuck, that was fucked up. I've even apologized.
I guess you're like a glass half full type of guy.
Sometimes. With certain things, yeah. But like I've even apologized. I've been in like traffic and like exactly that situation. I'm at a stop sign and there's oncoming traffic, and I go, and then I realize, oh fuck, like that guy's coming like right now, and he slammed on his brakes because he had to stop, like because I turned into his lane, and then like I'll see him at a stoplight. He didn't even honk at me. He didn't do nothing, and I'll just be like, just as internally, I think now this guy's mad at me. So I'll roll down my window and be like, yo, bro, my bad. Like I turned, I fucking totally cut you off back there. That was a dickhead move, and he'll just be like, you're all good, bro, and like it's internally, I feel like I squashed it already. Rather than that guy
so
go
you'd
home.
feel worse about your day going on about it?
No, it's not like I feel worse about it. I just don't want him to like go home and think like some fucking asshole in that fucking Toyota cut me off like a
You're real
dickhead.
empathetic.
Kinda, yeah.
You're thinking about his life outside of your life.
Yeah. Whereas if I just me rolling down the window and being like, yo, bro, that was my bad. I cut you off. I shouldn't have fucking done that. I didn't see you coming or whatever. He probably is just gonna like, all right, for sure, or whatever. And then he'll just be like, dickhead. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. And that's cool.
Maybe that's selfish then. Because I guess I'm thinking about my life more than, like, I'm thinking about my life past the interaction that we just had.
Yeah, but it's like
shit about his life. But you're thinking about his life past the interaction you guys just had.
But it's not even like it's my life. Like I'm thinking, it's not like me apologizing to this guy and telling him like, yo, I fucked up. That doesn't take anything from my life. It's not like I made vulnerability and I had to pay him $20 or something like that. It's not like it took anything out of my pockets to do that. Do you find yourself?
But what if he would have flipped you off? You would have got mad.
If he flipped me off, I don't think I would have flipped him off back because it's like, yeah, you're probably right to feel that way. But I wouldn't have rolled down.
Stupid though.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I would have felt stupid, and rightfully so. I'm the one who fucked up. I'm not gonna if he flipped me off. I'm not gonna
justify his feelings.
Yeah, I get it.
Nah,
it just depends on how far he goes with it.
I'm bigger than you to apologize to you, and you want to flip me off? Fuck you, dude.
No. Okay, wait. You're saying if he flipped me off after I apologized?
Yeah, like you.
Oh, then no.
Like you
then it's like
roll down the window, and you're like, my bad.
And then he flipped me off?
Yeah.
Then I'd probably be like, all right, bro, fuck you then, whatever. Cool. Like, I wouldn't get mad, but I'd just be like, fuck you then, asshole. Like, I was trying to, like, apologize for my action there, and you took it out. But if he, like, flipped me off initially, before I ever, like, tried to apologize to the guy, then I wouldn't. You
wouldn't be upset?
No.
Then I would leave it at that. He's mad.
But they're not always mad. I don't know if they are.
Well, he flipped you off.
If they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
You're just sympathetic.
I try to think of, like, I put myself in people's shoes all the time. Like, think about that guy. He's, I don't know, some guy showed up late to work. And it's like, yeah, you got to get your shit together. But it's also like, bro, you know how many times I've woke up and been like, fuck, and had to rush and throw my pants on and shit. But yeah, see, like, the exact same thing you just said. Like, no one did that shit for you, so why should I do it for someone else? But then that's exactly why you should do it for someone else. Because then that person will also feel like, okay, well, someone did that for me, I could do it for them. And then you get the chain going.
You'd assume so, but I think that's where, like...
It depends on what you...
I think that's where I've changed, like, as, like a dad. Because I would rather do it for people I care about than everybody.
But it's not like you only have, like, 5. It's not like, hey, I can only do this for someone 5 times. Because then, yeah, if it's only 5, I can do it. I can be nice to somebody 5 times.
I guess I've done it, like... I guess I've got burnt out on it. Like, I poured myself in. How many times do you pour yourself into somebody and they let you down? They're like, fuck that.
That's probably different. Yeah, because that's the thing is... I don't
think I've ever had that happen.
No, I don't think I've ever been, like, 100% let down by somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll give you a different perspective on people, too. I've never, like, been for real fucking burned by somebody. So I that will make me see more positive in someone. Whereas if you weren't, then it's like, I get it. If you don't trust people, like, you shouldn't, based on the shit you've been through.
I guess it's
and not you specifically, but anybody.
It's like the 2 different perspectives, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You get a different perspective on people.
So then we'll have to recap on this shit when that shit does happen and see how you feel about it.
When I get, like, fucked over by somebody bad or whatever, and then I'm gonna be back on this podcast like, fuck everybody.
I was just thinking about that because I was thinking about, I was gonna ask fucking Tom, but like, what characteristics? Like, what's the number one? You don't have kids yet, but like, what's the number one characteristic you want your kids to have? If you knew that you got something right in them, what would you want it to be?
There's a lot.
But if you had to pick one, because now that I've just been sitting at home, bro,
like ensure that at least this thing.
Yeah.
If nothing, at least this. Fuck, bro. That puts me on the spot for sure.
Give me a boy and a girl, because they're different.
Yeah, there's different things that I'd want out of, like, a for sure thing from a son or from a daughter. But I don't know. I think the ability to admit when you fuck up, that's huge. And I think a lot of people, yeah, accountability is really fucking hard these days, I think, because that's just something like I never went through too much, kind of, but not in like a, how do I say this? The accountability I took in myself, like even as like a kid or some shit, was never like, it was never positive. I was holding myself accountable.
So you would always admit that you fucked up.
Yeah, but it was like.
But you never got praised for doing right.
Not that, because, well, I guess what I'm saying is like, when I think of myself being able to admit that like I did something wrong, whether it's like a huge scale fuck up or like just something really small,
like a white lie, like a
yeah, I've always attributed that to like being bad. Like, hey, holding yourself accountable and like getting yourself in trouble, because I'm kind of just thinking about like,
accountability comes with trouble.
Yes, exactly, and that's where I think I kind of fuck up internally, just thinking like, hey, holding yourself accountable almost leads to trouble always. So I attribute it to like being a bad thing. So
it's a negative thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a negative thing. So I want to be able to like almost take pride in the ability to say like, hey, this is what I did and this is where I fucked up. And it's not like I'm not scared of it. Like had you said, you're like, hey, like if I fuck up, it takes me a while to like build up the courage to tell somebody I fucked up, you know? I want to be able to like do that easily and just like, yeah, I fucked up. I gotta make sure that I'm like held responsible and accountable for this shit, and not thinking in my head or in my body the whole time thinking, fuck, but when I do this, I'm gonna be fucked. I'm fucked.
Because then that's what the problem is, like,
and that's what you're attributing to.
That's when you become anxious. Like I get anxiety and like knowing that I let somebody down.
I really think like the biggest form or the biggest way to get anxiety in a person is when you're not doing the shit you know you're supposed to be doing.
Bro, you know what's crazy though? It's like like I was saying, like I've been home for like X amount of weeks, and like it gets to the point where you like have to start thinking about like, especially like because of the situation, like a new kid, like I'm redefining like who I am as a man and as a father.
Yeah.
So like you start to think about like just that question, and it's like you have to start thinking about what you did wrong, or like where you're wrong at.
And no one likes to do that.
As a person, yeah. And it's like a lot of like just even thinking about that can make somebody anxious. You know what I mean? Because you're about to uncover things about yourself that you never even thought of. Like,
yeah.
Anytime you're stepping into something new, you're gonna be anxious.
Especially because it's the norm. Like still stepping out of like change in yourself and admitting like you're wrong is fucking hard. That's why people say like when it comes to like AA and like rehab and shit, that's the first step always is like, yo, admit that you have a fucking problem. Yeah. It's the hardest fucking part because most people don't, especially kids. I think like it's like in your nature to like.
I think it's human nature to think that you'd be wrong when you take accountability, because when you're a kid, the only time you have to take accountability is when punishment comes.
Yeah, that's what usually happens when you're a kid. Is like, hey, taking accountability. What follows next usually is punishment,
and that's like something that like you have to. Like, that's cool that you see that now, because that's something I had to think about, like, when I address, like, punishment with the leaks or something. It's like, I'll get upset, and we'll have, like, our words or whatever, and I'll let you know, like, that you're wrong, but I'm gonna circle back with you in, like, 5-10 minutes, you know what I mean? Like, after you cool down, and after I'm cool, like, I'll circle back with you and be like, this is why I reacted like this, like,
and think about
this is what you did. This is why I did this.
Yeah.
Like every action has a reaction. And as a kid, I don't think that obviously they don't understand that. But once you get them to understand that, that's when they make their own decisions as if actions have reactions.
Yeah. You gotta change the way you think about shit, I think. Because like you said, like, hey, this is why I reacted about it or whatever. Rather than having to like apologize for like your initial reaction and think about it later. You just gotta like change the way you think about stuff so that like your initial reactions become more of what you really meant, you know?
Yeah.
When you change the way you think about shit, when you change the way you like look at things, the things you look at change also. You don't look at them as like,
when you change your perspective on everything changes.
But when you change the way you look at things, it's not like it's the shit that you look at now is different. It's a different thing. You're not looking at the same thing anymore. You know what I mean? Whereas you look at people and it's like, hey, all these people are fucking assholes. That's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. He's rude. He's a dick. But that's all just internal. Now, if I just change the way I look at it, yeah, he's cool. That's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's means well, you know? It's all just internal. Those are the same fucking people. And that's obviously with people, but like situations too. Like, hey, this place fucking sucks. It's cloudy outside. It's fucking cold. And it's like, all right, we'll change the way you think about it internally. It's like, hey, it's not hot. It's fucking nice and there's no rain. It's a good situation. Like the weather's clean.
So you say accountability for both of them?
Yeah. It's hard.
Because you think that would reshape their perspective on everything, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, but I mean, that's one of plenty that I would want to like instill in my own children.
Like, okay, say like, because I was thinking about this morning. Like all around, they're a good kid, but like one standout quality, that's what you want them to be like.
Yeah.
I guess known for, because that's what I'm thinking about now. Is like, what do people like? What are the top 3 qualities that you would say people know you by?
I've realized lately, like my mom and even like my mom's friends will talk to me and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna ask Joel because I know Joel will give me a fucking solid answer." On
So
like,
respect your opinion.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be like a yes man of like, yeah, fuck them, fuck your boss, that guy's a fucking asshole, fuck him, he's a piece of shit. You're right.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I get what you're saying and I understand that, but maybe it's because your boss was doing this and this, and it's like, so think about it from that perspective too. You know, I'm always gonna try and find
You're a devil's advocate.
And it's bad sometimes. Not bad, but sometimes I advocate for people who don't need advocated for.
Yeah, you know? So you don't know the line and be like, fuck them.
I think I do for the most part, but it does get like, it's a blurred line for sure. But like my mom's friend literally yesterday called her and she was like, hey, what are you doing? Whatever. And I'm in the car and she's like, you're on speaker, by the way. She's like, well, who's there? I want to hear. And she's like, well, just Joel. He can hear you. And she's like, perfect. She's like, I know Joel will give you a good answer. And it's like, I'm glad to know that people think that of me. Because my mom says the same thing.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah. Because it's like you need...
What would you call that then? Honesty?
I guess. Yeah, honesty. Because I could tell people, and I've told my mom plenty times. Like, she'll call me on shit and she's like, hey, I need your advice. And I'm like, to be honest, yeah, you fucked up. That was wrong. That was fucked up of you. You shouldn't have done that. Whereas she could call like some of my other brothers. And of course, like, you love your mom, you know? So they're going to be like, yeah, you fucked up, but fuck them. Fuck that. Fuck them. Like, you're in the right. Who gives a fuck what they think? Yeah. Where I'm going to tell her, like, nah, that wasn't cool. You should apologize. That's not cool of you. And it's not like I'm trying to always take the other side of somebody, but like, I'll consider all opinions. So that, I think I'm glad that like people think that of me. I wish I could like take accountability better. I don't know if people would really say that I have.
I think that's a hard thing for somebody to describe somebody as. I don't think that's the first thing that people.
A very accountable person.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
because some people don't see within themselves.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So
that's
how
all
are you gonna
internal.
say that I'm good at that? You know what I mean? It's like if some people don't realize what that even is, how are you gonna say that?
But some people, you can definitely see when they're not that.
Oh well, yeah,
100%.
That's one of those characteristics that like will completely alter somebody's life.
Yeah, if you can't take any accountability and everything is everybody else's fault.
You look at people who are stuck in the same situation as they were 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're always gonna
accountability.
It's always someone else's fault.
You can almost finger point that problem within all of the mistakes they do.
Yeah, if you're someone who's always feeling like something is always someone else's fault, you'll never get past that shit. Whatever type of problem you're facing, whether it be like personal relationships, finances, you'll always.
Yeah, it's always poor me.
Yeah, poor me, always. But I don't know. What about you? What do you think are like? Because you have now a son and daughter. What's like the biggest quality you'd want to instill in either of them?
That's when I realized it was different. It was like I was trying to think of that and like define both, and I was like, I don't even know if like I would want them to have both like the same like main, I guess you would call it moral. You know what I mean? So for her, I guess I would want her to be, have integrity. Always do shit right when no one's looking.
Yeah. Because
then, as my daughter, I could trust you 100% of the time.
Yeah, and I feel like if you have integrity as well, like internally, then you probably have like a lot of other stuff goes hand in hand with that, like self-respect and shit too.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like
That covers a lot of bases.
if you're gonna do what's right, I know you respect yourself, and I know you respect me, and like my wishes.
You'll respect everything for the most part. Like you'll respect what needs respected.
Yes,
Yeah, so that's a good point.
Be able to admit, like, so if you're gonna have integrity, you're gonna also tell me when you made a mistake.
That'll give you accountability
You're
as
gonna
well.
be honest with me.
True. Yeah, that covers a lot of bases too. That's nice. But what do you think about like your son then? Because I think that's
as a man,
solid.
bro, and as like a lot of the men I run into, I just don't want him to be fearful of nothing.
Fearful?
I want him to be a leader. I think you have to, especially like this day and age, and like that generation that's growing up. Like, I've seen even our age, like so many men like held back by fear. Like you can't be scared to do nothing. You can't be scared to be different.
Yeah.
Like you can't once you fall into the crowd, bro.
It's very easy to fall into a crowd.
Like that are all the same.
Not even kids, it's just people.
People our age. Like how many people you know doing the same things like
as everybody else around them. Yeah.
Or doesn't try to how many people have you met that are the same person when they were in school with you? Like they haven't grown as a person. Like just what we were talking about, like personality traits. Like you have to grow into adulthood and manhood to understand that accountability is something I want to take on. You know what I mean? Like, and there's some people who never get that level of development. It's like you're always like docile. Like,
yeah, it's almost just everything plateaus.
Everything's cool.
Yeah, everything is just follow the crowd. Whatever everybody else is doing was what you should be doing.
So that's probably the one I picked for him. For me, the best, I think the best trait, like the most common trait, and the one I try to like stand on is being a man of your word. Like if I care about you and need something done, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Like no matter the cost, how it's gonna affect me.
Like you say, you do something, you'll do it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you ever lack in that area?
I could probably count on my hands how many like times I've let family down or something like that. That's how much I take account.
But those are probably the only ones like you really care about as much, huh?
That's why it's like the small like. If you speak on me in that way, then I've done something for you. Like not like in like my own pride, you know what I mean? But it's like if you can talk highly of me, like you know who I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's like something I've gotten good at too, is like just distance. That's what you learn outside of high school, is like learning how to keep. I've learned how to use, and it sounds like selfish and fucked up, but
you have to be sometimes.
You have to learn how to use people for what they're there for.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Me and Jacinda were saying this the other day too. Like, it is true. Like, the world really does need, and I guess this is probably completely different from where you meant that, but like the world does need like ditch diggers. Not everybody can like be fucking like CEOs.
Oh, yeah, not everybody's gonna make it.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean like, oh, some people are.
And I guess that's where like my like lack of sympathy came from too. Is I learned that like early. Like, not everybody's gonna think like me. Like, not everybody knows that they want to do something better. So why should I care about you if I don't know that you want to take yourself to that place?
A lot more complacent. A lot more complacency in some people. I envy people like that, dude. I really do. Like, I see people who are like so much happier with little shit.
Complacent?
Not for me. I'm someone who like, I think another one of my like, not problems, but like a slight issue I have within myself is like always wanting more, you know?
That's hard, bro.
It's hard to get satisfaction sometimes.
It's so hard to fucking stay home. You know, imagine not working for like, I've already been out of work for like 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's nuts. I go crazy.
And also, like, because I have to talk about it with Haley, because otherwise it becomes like, you have to understand why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So you get me. You know what I mean? And I was just telling her, like, once I graduated high school, like, this is all I knew. It was like going to work. Like, get something done every day and come home and feel satisfied that you did something to feed your family.
But do you think that's why?
Once you take that shit away, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, not like take it away.
Is that your purpose?
Not like take it away. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not grateful for the time I have right now, but I think that that's definitely become like,
especially having kids now too. Like, your purpose is
archetype. You believe in like archetypes like that? Like,
explain.
Like, just people who are born to be like what? I think you get like pieces of like I think once you like really break down somebody's morals and like their characteristics that we were just talking about, you can kind of generally like judge like what somebody would be like.
Yeah. Like where else? What other things will fall
Like
into
those
line?
are the things that I got kids. You know what I mean? I work like those are just like all the main things that like make up like if someone was describing in like 10 words, that would make up like who they would think you are. It'd be a general picture of like, okay, I kind of know what this
Based
person
on
would
these
be
things,
like.
yeah. You can kind of
You can judge an interaction of what you would get from
you
it.
can fill in the rest on your own based on those things. Yeah, I agree. I'm telling you, bro, like people think it's corny as shit too. And I talk to like some people and it's funny, but like I really think like therapy really was like a big thing that like helped me become a lot more self-aware in certain shit like this
So
too.
I think everybody should go to therapy.
I say that all the time. I tell everybody like, yo, I don't give a fuck how self-confident
I
you
don't
are.
even care if it's in school. Like you go to like high school, you're a counselor in high school, and like
I think therapy can help everybody.
I think it makes you learn. Just like going back, that was crazy. I brought up like the high school thing. That's where like I learned like where you can have like a safe space. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people like when you're a kid, when you're going through high school, there's so many different things going on, and when you learn that you could like step into a room and just like chill or like talk to somebody, and like sometimes I wouldn't even talk about like my problems, like just like talk about who you are as a person, like we are right now, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and like stimulate your mind. Then it just helps like jog your thoughts of like, all right, this is where I'm like wrong as a person. Even if you don't fix the problem in therapy, like you can jog your thoughts as a person outside of therapy and be like, start dissecting things about yourself. Like
You'll learn more things by yourself, whether or not you fix it or not. You'll realize that like you can't fix a problem that you don't know you have.
and it makes it worse because now you can see it.
Yeah.
And then you're holding yourself accountable like, wow, really you're gonna do that again?
Yeah. It gives you that self accountability as well too. I need to be sponsored by fucking BetterHelp.
Bro, that's what's fucked up about therapy too, is it's so expensive.
Shit gets
It's so
expensive, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get sponsored by BetterHelp in give me a year. I'm gonna get sponsored by BetterHelp, and I'm gonna make that shit cheap for everybody.
So expensive.
What do you think? If I had to get some sponsors, who should I get? Who'd be a good fucking sponsor for this pod? You think Blue Chew would sponsor me?
I don't know.
That's
I guess
funny.
if we all just said we had issues,
Yeah, just talk about ED. We'd have to go on for like another couple episodes of just going,
we'd have to string it along.
and then I could get on Blue Chew.
That would be like the main question I asked, like your character development. You just be like, bro, I just can't. I just can't do it.
I just can't do it no more.
You just go like into a dark spot. Like,
I've talked about Taco Bell breakfast a couple times on this podcast. Taco Bell should.
Bro, Taco Bell would be insane.
This episode is sponsored by Taco Bell. Thank you to the Cheesy Gordita Crunch for getting me out of a lot of.
Fuck the Gordita Crunch, bro. They made it like $5.
Dude, why is shit so expensive,
bro?
I remember when I first started working at Chick-fil-A, like this was sophomore year. So, what year is sophomore year? Like 2018? No, 2016, 17.
We were freshmen in 16.
So
2016.
2017. 2017. I'm working at Chick-fil-A, and they had like the grilled chicken sandwich, and it was like a grilled chicken club or something. And I remember it was like $7 for that sandwich,
It's
and
the
I was
most
like,
expensive one.
and I was like, holy fuck, $7 for this sandwich is fucked. Like that's crazy how expensive that is.
And that's the one with the most, like the best ingredient. It has the grilled chicken with the
Bacon, lettuce, everything.
Yeah, it's like.
But now, bro, like $7, like a Big Mac is $7.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
You can't even get one.
Not Taco Bell though. This episode is we're still in the Taco Bell ad.
You can't even get a meal at Taco Bell for $7.
Yeah, dude. Bro, Wendy's too, the same thing where like they used to have the 4 for $4. Then it became the biggie bag, which was like more expensive.
It became the $8 something.
Now it's like they don't even have the biggie bag like they used to. It's like the biggie bag is like more expensive. I don't know. Taco Bell never switched up on me. I've never seen the prices like that. The breakfast is pretty cheap still. This episode is brought to you by Taco Bell. Once again, Taco Bell, if you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out. I'll eat free breakfast there for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Shout out Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A breakfast is fire too.
Shout
I had
out.
Chick-fil-A breakfast today.
Nah, just shout out Chick-fil-A. Never paid for this shit.
Don't say that. That's alleged. Fuck
Allegedly.
yeah, bro. Allegedly.
Allegedly, I just.
Where are we at?
ate
We've
a
been
lot of
going for a
Chick-fil-A.
while now, bro. What is this? Damn! We're like an hour 40.
Be the longest episode ever.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, no, it's definitely different, and I'm glad to like.
Well, what's the backstory, Joel? How long have this probably be the longest episode? Who have you came in contact with you know the longest?
True. Yeah. Fucking bitch ass Dolnick was supposed to be on this episode too, but I've known you guys literally since 6th grade.
How old are we in 6th grade?
11? 12? So more than half my
More
life.
than I was gonna say, do the math.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm gonna turn 25 this year, bro. I'm fucking unk status.
We've literally watched everybody come up.
Yeah, literally fucking almost everybody around me already has kids now too. That's nuts. I think when it comes to young people, like people around my age, obviously because I've talked to like my mom and like I've talked to Gunner's dad or whatever, but like you might be the only person I've had on who has a kid. Who else? That's like younger around my age. Yeah, I think just you, because I've had E-Man's not a fucking dad or anything. Sam now,
Not
but
that we know.
yeah, not that we
Fucking
know that
E-Man.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
hard to be 100% truthful.
Do you find issues with that?
It's hard. No. No.
Because not, I know you
not
said
like-
you do with like conversation on whether or not you fuck up.
Not like issues like that I'm like, oh, I need to fix it. But like, I definitely think you get black sheeped. I think if you look at me and Dom, like, just because example, like he's the only other guy I know with like kids that we're mad close to, like you become like real distant.
Yeah, that's gonna become another thing too. Like for you two, both being both being boy and girl dads. That's gonna be something where it's a lot more compatible, and you'll feel like you
Yeah.
relate way more.
I think it makes it more. Yeah, I think that's why out of probably like we always have meaningful conversations, but probably everybody who like gets it. Like me and him were like pretty close.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, like when it becomes you become black sheep. It's like that's what makes it hard to have like sit down conversations with most people my age. Just
Because it's different. They don't think the
you're
same.
probably gonna talk about some shit I could honestly like respectfully care less about.
Yeah, you could respectfully give a fuck less about.
Like I don't care.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And like for a little bit, like I could play like bullshit and we could like have a beer.
But after a while, it's like
Like most of the guys from the football team. Like if I would have met up, me, you, and them ran into each other at a bar, I'd probably sit there for like a beer or two.
And after a while, it's like, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's different. You just got to surround yourself, I guess, with people who like you said, like are like-minded like you. And if you're in the same situation with parenthood and stuff, then yeah, you're gonna find that.
Yeah.
I've always just been interested, like even myself not having any kids, but like just interested in like the way people think and the thought process that goes through someone who does. And not even that, like, because obviously you're my age, but like grandparents and shit too.
I think parenthood should be talked about a lot more. I think that like people who are parents should advocate more so that people know what to expect. Like I got a lot of cousins that are like just stepping into parenthood and like obviously I'd be like, oh, like I'm here to talk, but like you never force yourself on nobody, you know what I mean? But it's cool to just be like, I don't know. You don't want to be like OG and be like, oh, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but trust me, like I know every stage you're gonna go through right now. Like I've been there.
Yeah, through like the beginning stages of it for sure. I can only imagine like teenage years shit.
Bro, I'm nervous.
That's probably so hard.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gotta be so hard, especially being like a younger parent.
I'm excited though.
Yeah,
because they're older. Like you kind of get like the freedom of your life, and in the fact that, like, sadly they're growing up, but at the same time, like, you get to reap like what you sowed. Like you get to see them become who they're gonna be.
I was talking to Sam about it too, and he was like, just talking about like, what did he say? Like he's like, I wish you could just like, I wish kids just came out at like 6 years old. Like it's like they're already a full fucking person. They can just do their own shit, kind of, you know. I think that was him that said that. Because yeah, like humans really are so fucking useless for the first 2-3 years of our lives.
Crazy.
There's nothing to us, whereas like every other species can kind of fend for themselves after.
It makes you realize, like, watching you, like how weak you once were when you were born. Like, I don't know. That's how I pictured it. Like, that's crazy. It used to be so dependent on somebody else, and now you're.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. Like, people talk about it like in a funny way, and it is funny. But like, really, like, yo, like if you have a baby, and it's like, if I want this baby to go upstairs, it's going upstairs just because I decided. And it's like, if I wanted this baby to sleep on the floor tonight, it's sleeping on the fucking floor tonight.
I was watching Always Sunny, and they made a joke, and it was like, all parenthood is guessing about shit and cramming it down your kid's throat. Like, if you're a new parent and you don't know
you
what
have
you're
no clue.
doing, like, you're just.
Has that been nice? Kind of, I guess obviously your parents don't live as close anymore, but like has that started to like sparked a new relationship with your parents?
Yeah, bro. Shout out to both their parents, for real. I think once you have kids, it puts it into perspective.
It's like you unlocked a new like conversation, new topics, even a new set of support.
Like, you really put yourself in their shoes as to what the fuck they were doing when they had you.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid and you look back, you're like, you could think of bad memories and be like, well, why weren't they there for this, or why didn't they do this this time? And then when you're going through like parenthood, like even now that I have 2, it's like,
oh, that's why
always
you get it.
Especially with more kids, like I never want either one of them to feel neglected.
Yeah.
So to juggle both that and then being like, you're literally like learning this shit as you go. You're a teenager, like 20s, early 20s.
And going back to what I said earlier too, like talking about how like yeah, there's a lot of things that like my parents fucked up with, but I still take accountability for like who I am as a person, you know? I don't blame that shit on my parents. Whereas I think when you're a kid, like you have this idea of like, yo, your parents, everything they say is law, you know, like your parents can't be wrong. You assume they know everything that all their actions are the best actions and the best choices, you know? Whereas now you get older and you realize you almost look at your parents more as now like more of peers. You know?
Because you're in the same.
Obviously, I'm not a parent, but like I can look at my parents now as more as like
as life decisions.
Yeah, as peers, and like, oh yeah, I get why you fucked up. Like that, you did fuck up right there. It's like I would have done the same thing. You know, I don't look at them as like, for lack of a better term, like fucking gods, like I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, it's like, hey, if mom said that, then it's law. Obviously, it must be fucking right. Like. Whereas now you can look at it and be like, no, they made mistakes. But if you still as an adult think like, yo, everything they did was like, they were trying to like they were hard-headed on their decisions and they were certain of everything they did, then you would, of course, you're going to fucking probably feel worse about the things that you feel like they fucked up on. And you're going to hold them more accountable and think like, well, like you went through all your decisions and you fucking made this decision and that was fucked up of you. And it's like, yeah, they fucked up, you know, rather than thinking like, it's your fault, like, 'cause they fucked up, you know?
And that's like the empathy of it. I guess that's the only place I have empathy for is like everyone coming up before me.
Yeah. Because they've gone through the shit that you're going through now.
Yeah.
So like you can put yourself in those shoes.
If you can relate, conversations about it,
if you can relate, then yeah, you'll have the empathy.
Yeah.
But if you see someone you don't, or you assume you don't relate to at all, like you said, like a random person in public, a random stranger, you're not going to relate to anything about them. Even though if you guys had sat and had a conversation like this one, you guys might fucking be the exact same type of archetype of person. And you would relate to them and you would have more empathy for that person. But you never give them that chance. Not that you should. It's not like you fucking have to.
Yeah.
But assume. Like just always assume the best. Just because like someone fucked up, don't always assume that they meant to fuck up. They probably just didn't know any better.
I meant to do that.
It's easy. It's easy to think that. It's way easier to just assume, like, what's that saying? Don't attribute to malice what could be attributed to incompetence. So like, just because someone did something bad doesn't mean. A lot of people think, oh, that guy meant to do bad. He meant to fuck me over. He meant to be late and waste my time. He meant to disrespect me. Whereas like, you're like, I didn't know. he's running behind, like whatever. But if you think in your head, yo, this guy was trying to be rude to me, then it's like, fuck him. He's a fucking bitch. Fuck that guy. But it's like, yo, he didn't even think about it for a second. That's like his bad. And it's like, oh, yeah, I get it, bro. You're good. Yeah. You can think about it one of two ways. But fuck yeah, bro. This is a good.
I think the conversations definitely changed with my parents. It's just different, like.
Because I'm telling you, because you just find new ways to relate to them.
But it's different now that they're gone, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Way different. Way different. But it's good at the same time. Like, imagine how much more dependent you would be on yourself if your parents weren't here.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be weird.
Because how many times would you really call them a day?
I don't know.
You would like to say that you would.
Yeah.
But life happens and, like, you know.
I feel bad sometimes because I don't call my mom as often as I should. She calls me more than anything. She'll just call me and be like, hey, asshole, haven't talked to you in a while. And it's like, fuck, yeah, you're right, my bad. That's my bad. And she'll point it out too, like, and she doesn't do it to like make me feel bad or anything, but she'll point it out about like, yeah, like,
they got check every once in a while.
Yeah, but it's the thing, I think, because like she'll talk about how like, yeah, like my older brother, like Victor, calls her like every day or whatever, and it's probably because they have like more things to relate to with like parenthood and shit. Victor being having his own big family himself now.
He's getting closer to her in age, so he draws closer to her.
Mm. Yeah, whereas like her and I don't relate to as many things as Victor and her do, you know? So like, I don't call her as much as I probably should, but she calls me, and it's like, I feel bad. It's like, fuck yeah, I should be calling you more. I called my grandma too the other day just to like talk to her. I had never done that. My dad's mom. Not that I never do that actually. I probably call that lady 3 times a year, and 2 of them are my birthday and her birthday. That's it. Or I guess we're on the phone because she'll call me once, I'll call her once, and then another one, probably her calling me to say, hey, your dad's not answering, where's your dad? And it's like, okay, I'll tell him to call you. I think that's it. Yeah. But I called her the other day just to talk to her, and like even just like provoking conversation like that, like we talked about like her childhood and shit for like 30 minutes, and it's like, how have I never heard this shit from you? That's cool. And I've never done that, you know? That's
the type of shit that means something, because it's like, I've been thinking about, that was another perspective that I got put in.
Yeah.
Once I had him, was like, at some point, because when I was younger, bro, I didn't care to live past like 30, to be completely honest. Like,
past 30?
I didn't see myself living to be old. Like, why would I want to be old?
But it's probably because you didn't see yourself as like a dad or anything either then, did you?
No, yeah, that's obviously, yeah, it's all perspective, but like, when it was just me, it's like, whatever, you know? I'm going to live my life to...
You're selfish.
Balls to the wall, like, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Rightfully so. You're selfish and you think only of like
but now when I
your interests.
It's like, now I gotta cherish those relationships, because who's gonna pass those stories on? Like,
you probably almost feel like
you have to think about yourself. One day you're gonna be the oldest in your family. Like when you look at the oldest man in your family, like my papa, like one day I'm gonna have to carry that.
Being the oldest person,
and that's just like crazy.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like look down on like how much has come from you.
Yeah,
God willing, like.
If everything goes to plan, yes.
But that's like it's like it's really far away. But
and like, you look at it now as like a huge probably burden. Yeah, not burden, but like, yo, how daunting. The fuck am I gonna, yeah. How am I gonna hold that pressure? But when you go through everything, it doesn't even really become pressure. It's just everything step by step.
Yeah.
You know, you're at the bottom of the steps thinking, yo, how the fuck am I gonna do it to get to the top of the steps? But it's like when you do step by step, you get to the top of the step, and then you're like, yeah, it was just one step at a time.
It's like painting.
Yeah. It's all perspective, I'm telling you. It's fucking weird.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Life's crazy.
Life is fucking crazy. I wonder where, like, I always think about that too, like my future, where I'll be in certain things, you know, like the type of parent, the type of like grandparent I'll be, and even like what my kids will be like, you know?
Because it'd be crazy, like, I look at when I was kicking with my dad and they came down, I was sitting there, like, just in the moment with him, like, we were just, like, having a drink or whatever. And I was like, damn, one day, like, all 3 of us are going to get to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to look at him, how you look at me, and you're going to look at me in a whole other perspective because you're...
And he's probably done that the same way with, like, his parents. Probably, like, even
Do you feel like you suck moments in like that? You think you get like some moments like that where you're like,
no. I
even with
That's
like your
another.
nieces and shit like that, you never like,
I mean, sometimes, but not to the extent of like. I think I look back on things way harder than I look at current
oh yeah.
things.
Well, that's, bro, I'll tell you right now, that's like one of the biggest flaws is parenthood is like that problem of looking back and wishing you would have did something else or wishing you would have done more
Yeah,
or like poured more into that interaction or relationship is the biggest flaw you'll have because you can never go forward. So once you go forward and you're in the like you'll be like playing or doing something and like in the moment I'm like this is like a core memory right now. Like
yeah.
this is a moment that's gonna matter.
But
And you
like
treat every moment like that.
the good old days, like people say, like, oh, the good old days of like back when, I don't know, name a situation for anybody, you know. But like the good old days are always going to be in the past. They're never current.
Yeah.
It's you can never, not you can't, but it's a lot harder to look at current atmosphere and current setting as like, yo, this is
That's
the good old
peak.
days.
Yeah.
This is peak. It's every fucking human is always going to look at like past as those were better days, almost, you know. And like, and I think because like you're always trying to grow for stuff, you know. I listened to this podcast. They were talking about this too, and he was saying, I don't even remember who it was. They were saying like just it really is like everybody is always thinking about a destination rather than the journey, and it's corny to say, but like whereas the journey is the destination. You know,
Yeah.
when you get to somewhere, all you think about when you're on your journey, all you're thinking about is the destination. Whereas when you're at your destination, all you think about is your journey.
Yeah.
And like just getting stuff, you know, even if you go to like materialistic things, you know, like buying things. My phone does that. It's about to die. But having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Like when you're a kid.
when like opening the present feels a lot better than holding and looking at the present, you know?
Feels a lot better than 2 hours later.
Yeah. Like, yo, like as you're opening these fucking presents, your body, your mind, everything feels a lot better than 2 hours later when you already have the present and it's been sitting there on the ground or
And you
whatever the
played
fuck
with
it
it
is you're
like three
doing with it.
times.
Yeah, you've already played with it or whatever. So like no matter what you do, it's always thinking about, okay, I'm saving up to get this fucking new car. You get the car. Hell yeah, go on a fucking sick ass drive. And internally you're probably thinking already like, all right, how do I get the next car? How do I get a better car? That's the 2024. How do I get the 26? You know? Getting things is what humans want to do. They don't want to have things. They want to get things. Like they want to be actively getting things. Jacinda told me this too, that she was talking to somebody about it, and they said the highest retention rate of like YouTube videos when it comes to like unboxing videos is never after the person unboxed the shoes or the present or whatever the fuck. It's the moment they're opening it.
Yeah.
That's what people want to watch. Is they want to watch you.
They'll watch
opening
the
it.
whole intro.
Yeah, but like no one's gonna like replay over and
look
over.
at the timestamp of the first 130 compared to the last 130.
Yeah, that's peak. That's where like your mind is racing to like it's the journey. Whereas once you get to the destination, you realize no, it was just the fucking journey I wanted the whole time. But you can't convince yourself that when you're on the journey. Very fucking hard to do.
So how do you? So what does that relate to with key moments within family?
Because you had just asked me like, okay, what do I think of, or like, can I find myself able to like
soak
take
it
in a soak it in? No, I can't. I mean, I do to an extent, but it's never as much as I never will soak in a moment and be as happy in the moment as when I'm thinking back about the moment. You know, and I think a lot of people are like
I
that.
think that's probably a big character flaw of mine too.
But I think that's like majority of people.
Because I've just been told like I'm not like real like
In the moment.
like animated, like something crazy could happen. Like, your reactions, my reaction is never gonna be what people think it should be,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes me seem ungrateful or like that I'm not, you know what I mean, like in the moment. But like you said, like you always thinking of like what's next. Like okay, this is awesome, but how do I? You can open like something new and be like, all right, well, how am I gonna use this in my daily life?
Yeah. How you gonna move forward?
Yeah, thank you. I love it, but what am I
Yeah.
gonna do? How am I gonna implement this in my life?
I don't know. It's humans.
And that's like everything.
Yeah,
Because
not
even
even
the
just.
best gift you can get, bro, is like a kid. Like
Yeah,
in the
but then you're
moment
on
you
the.
have the kid, and you're like, wow, like
How do
this
you
is
improve
great, like this.
the kid and
But
shit?
then it's like, all right, well, how's it gonna be when we get home? How am I gonna get him home? How's it gonna be the next night? How's he gonna sleep tonight? You know what I mean? It's never like, and that's what
It's
I've tried to get better at now
future.
that I'm stuck at home. Is like you have to be in the moment.
Yeah, it's hard. It's fucking hard to do. It's just a human flaw. I don't even think like I say it like it's like oh yeah I fuck up with this, but I think probably 99% of people would probably agree.
I think it's all about like the early 2000s too. The technological advancements we've had. When I was looking at like, I mean, they're obviously movies, but like the 80s and 90s, when you think about it, music and like having a good time was having a good time right then and there.
Yeah,
Nobody has a good time no more right then and there because everybody's on their phone hoping that somebody sees that shit in 20 minutes or somebody sees that shit the next day to get somebody else mad. Like nobody's living like
it's harder to get
in the
instant
moment.
like that instant gratification.
Or you got the person in the video that's like worried about like being there in that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's just never
how are other people going to perceive the moment that I'm in right
because
now?
now moments with technology, moments are eternal now.
Yeah, so you don't have to live in the moment. It's like why would I live in the moment right now? I can watch it later.
Yeah,
You go
moments
to a
are
concert and record the whole concert.
like mistakes are eternal. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's the biggest like mind and age gap between like us and even our parents. Your mistakes were right then and there. You learned. You fucking did it. Like however you did it after. But now us, when we're younger, like even Josh, like Josh is living in a whole different world than us.
yeah. I think about that all the time too. He grew up like a whole different way than
Like
like we
any
did.
mistake or anything he does, that shit could follow, or us could follow us for the rest of our life. Like if it's on the right camera.
Yeah, you're fucked. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for kids with that sometimes. I do, and I do kind of like find jealousy in it because it's like, have you ever seen a video of you as a baby, like a kid?
No.
No, I've never have either. Like, there's so many videos of every kid now of like everything they're doing, of all their
Yeah.
first steps, of all their first words, of all their.
But I don't think that's how it's meant to be.
I
I
don't know
don't
if it
think
should either. It's nice, but like,
I think that's why humans are so fucked up. I don't think because like having a baby is like so when you think about it, it's like so barbaric and like the journey of it. I'm like, bro, like this baby would literally die back then if this shit like if it was just meant to be that way. You know what I mean? Like
it's how it's
your
supposed to be.
body
Yeah,
and nature takes its course and it does what it's supposed to do. But now that we can have everything and anything in any moment we want it, I don't think that's how.
yeah. You get a different perspective again on like what actually is like gratification.
Because like
It's different.
everybody before you never seen a video of themselves when they're a kid.
Yeah. Players.
So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it should be like
But like now, even Josh is about to graduate, and he has
a new
a shit ton
norm.
of videos of like that he can see of what he was like as a kid, hear his own voice and stuff like that too. Like, and it's like
Do you think it's better or worse for humankind?
I don't know. Probably I want to say better because at least you can like kind of track more of like you can track more of like your human development that way, and kind of like set an example or like it's almost
Set
like
a
watching
standard.
film.
Yeah, set
It's
a
like watching
standard.
film on yourself, you know. But like you said, that's when you're looking at it in the positive way. You fuck up
That
and
could
do
be
something
really
that you shouldn't have
daunting for
done,
other people.
it could turn different completely. A whole different
And I think 80% of Americans
tool.
are the other side.
Yeah, probably. But do you think that's good then? Because it's holding like those who should be held accountable on their mistakes accountable? I don't know. That's weird.
I wouldn't even know how to like. Where would you even link it to though? Because like the way I would think about it is like, where's the source of like why people are like that?
I don't think there is one. Or like at least one like pinpoint moment. Sorry, listeners. Had some technical difficulties and the episode cut out right about there. I hope you were interested in everything we had to say, and if you weren't, piss off. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, thank you again. I say this all the time, but I really am appreciative to everybody, anyone, anything listening to this podcast. It's been a journey, 30 weeks now. Fuck yeah, I'm loving it. Don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. To be honest, technical difficulties just means that my camera died. So, apologies. Thank you again. Go make today your bitch. I'm out.